If you're searching for the best CRM for real estate wholesalers in 2026, I got bad news for you. You're asking the wrong question. A CRM by itself doesn't know about your skip traces, it doesn't know about your deals, it doesn't know about your buyer network, and that's exactly what's costing you deals. I've watched wholesalers pay $150 a month for Follow Up Boss, another $25 for DocuSign, another $50 for a dialer, and then wonder why their pipeline still feels broken. It's broken because none of these tools talk to each other. In this video, I'm going to show you what a wholesaler actually needs from a CRM in 2026, why a standalone CRM is the wrong answer, and the one platform I built to fix it. Let's get into it. Follow Up Boss, HubSpot, Pipedrive are built for agents and general sales teams, not wholesalers. They don't understand what a deal is in wholesale terms, no concept of ARV, equity, off-market status, skip trace data. You end up creating custom fields, custom pipelines, custom tags, just to make a generic CRM behave like a real estate tool. The bigger issue, a CRM is a downstream of the actual work. You pull a list somewhere, you skip trace somewhere else, you dial somewhere else, and then you manually push contracts into a CRM. That's not a workflow, that's data entry. What a wholesaler actually needs is contact management that knows the property the contact owns. Deal pipeline with an ARV, equity, offer status, and document tracking built in. Dialer integration so calls and notes land on the contact record automatically. Skip trace sync so new leads become contacts without a CSV export. Document signing tied to the deal, not a separate .loop login. Automated follow-up sequence by SMS and email. And a buyer network attached to your dispositions not living on a Facebook group. If you take a look at our screen here, we have our CRM view, right? And notice here I have a couple of leads. So right off the bat, you notice I got the address, the owner's name, and estimated value. So if you notice right off the rip here, I'm working on a Dallas VA low equity list. I have a board and table view so you can kind of manage your CRM depending on which view you like better. So I'm going to use the board view. What I really like about this CRM is that you can literally just drag and drop your leads down different stages and pipelines in your CRM. If you click here on the little preview icon, it will actually open up a preview of the property report. So notice here I have different tabs. I have the timeline, contact, deal info, follow-up. I can add all my files, contracts, HUD statements, mortgage statements, all kinds of documents, photos, and notes as well. If you look down here in the bottom, you also have a video call. So you're actually able to do virtual property walkthroughs, or maybe the homeowner wants to talk to you, face to face. You're able to do all that, through the CRM, something that a lot of CRMs, are not actually able to offer. So you take a look here at our CRM. This is a property I'm currently working out of, based out of Dallas. This is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2,500 square feet. I have a photo here, satellite view as well. I got estimated value. This one has no equity. I can see who the lender is, and one-click skip tracing as well. Now, if I want to view the full property, I can just click on View Property, and it'll quickly open up the property report for me. So I'm not going to spend too much time going through this video. You guys can watch the other video I have breaking down the actual property report. But you notice very detailed, very well put together, from the colors and the way the data is presented to you. You have everything you need in your fingertips, from key details, what's the property worth, the general location, mortgage balance, type of loan, what are the rents in the area, what's the fair market rents, market overview. You got an AI investment overview as well that gives you a full bird's eye view of the property. You got all your tax information, comparables as well, tax assessment, mortgage history, and so much more. Now, if you want to see this in action without paying anything, PropQuest.ai is free to sign up, no credit card, link in the description. Let me show you how PropQuest replaces the stack at the data layer, right? So let's go into my list, and here I have a couple lists that I'm working on. Let's go over to the pre-foreclosures. What makes this different about other platforms is, first off, you notice here on the corner of the property card, there's a number, which pretty much each property is ranked from 0 to 100. The closer to 100, then the more probable that homeowner is likely to sell. And we do this by aggregating key details based off of certain indicators. Is a property vacant? Is it a pre-foreclosure? Is it out-of-state owner? Does the owner own multiple properties and out of state, right? And that's how we're able to come up with this score as well. Now, I've noticed in the bottom, this one is actually tagged as a high equity, below market value, and it's got 75%, equity. So let me actually open up the property and show you what that actually looks like. Notice here I have a street view and a satellite view of the property. If I go over to the map section, I can actually zoom out so I can get a bird's eye view and get a general location of the property. Now, if you actually want to virtually explore the area, or what other platforms charge you $100 just to explore the area, you're going to click right here on Drive for Dollars, click Start at Property, and then it's actually going to open up a Google Street View, and you can actually just check out the area, see what's going on there. And if you see other properties that catch your eye, maybe grass is high, windows are broken, it looks possibly distressed, then you can save that with one click and create a new list, right? So let's go over to the key details. Notice here we give you the market value, mortgage status, mortgage balance rather, equity status, any improvements done as of 2025, potential ARV. Now this is taken based off of the comparables in the area. We also let you know if this property is listed on market or not listed on market. So a lot of details, into this report. You basically have everything that you possibly need to make informed decisions, whether you're wholesaling, whether you're looking to buy a property for yourself, whether you're looking to do a fix and flip, a BRRRR method, subject to creative finance. You have your mortgage history, deed history, owner information, skip trace. We also give you, schools in the area demographics, nearby points of interest. Now, if you guys are actually interested in checking this out for yourself, check out PropQuest.ai, links down below, and sign up for the 3-day trial, and you get full access, to PropQuest. So here you have, all the points of interest, pharmacies, coffees, cafes, gas stations, banking. Very important to know what the nearby points of interest are whenever you are looking at a subject property. Now, let me actually keep scrolling down there and look at here. We also have the nearby schools as well. High schools, middle schools, private schools will give you the rating. We also have a linked property section. So if the owner of the subject property has any other properties that are owned in that same entity on the deed, it will actually show you their whole portfolio. We have a quick amortization calculator. You want to do some quick dirty napkin math, and a wholesale calculator as well. And then we have the AI rehab analysis currently in beta. You can actually upload photos of the property. It will formulate a whole rehab analysis and a full scope of work for you. Now, if you go over to the top right-hand corner, you notice here we have an analyze and underwrite button. And what this is actually going to help you do is underwrite the property. So I'm not going to go too much into this, right? But it starts off with the acquisition strategy, right? Because your entry cost, meaning what is your cost to get into the property? If you're a wholesaler, or if you're a real estate investor, or you're a buyer, the entry cost is very important. Your entry cost is the total amount of money needed to get into the property, get it up and running. And depending on what your exit strategy is, whether it's a long-term rental, Airbnb, midterm rental, your entry cost, divided by your cash flow is going to equal your cash on cash return. And most investors want that 18 to 20% cash on cash return is that sweet spot. So looking at this calculator just helps you underwrite your properties. You pick your acquisition strategy. If you're using a loan, fill out your entry costs. Then you pick your income analysis, right? That's going to be basically your exit strategy, followed by your operating expenses. Your operating expenses are going to vary based off of your income analysis. For example, if you're dealing with short-term rentals, you might have, more maintenance. You got to pay for cleaners, property management. You are going to need a higher CapEx reserves. You have to deal with those turnover rates, that type of stuff. Now, if you go over to the summary, once you actually fill out the calculator and you progress through the tabs, it will actually rate the deal for you. Let you know what the income is for a long-term rental, midterm rental, short-term rental, BRRRR method, rehab, novation, wrap. Just about any exit strategy that you can think of is in this calculator alone. Now, if you go over to the tax optimization strategy, this is going to be a tab where you can basically pick what type of strategy you're looking to use. You're a little bit more advanced and you understand the tax code, cost segregation, bonus depreciation, accelerated depreciation. You can basically pick and choose which tax code you're looking to use, and it will actually let you know, what your tax savings is going to be. Now, when you go over to the underwriting section right here, you have different scenarios. What if, you're looking to acquire a property with a DSCR loan and you're using gap financing to fund, your down payment? Are you using a private money lender, or are you using a private money partner? Are you bringing in a partner into the deal? And that's where you're basically able to add all these scenarios into the deal to help you better underwrite the property. Now, the next section is going to be the document section. Once you're done underwriting your property, then you notice you have two options that you can pick. You have your LOI and you have your purchase contract. So you can actually fill out a quick LOI and send it out for a signature, all from the platform, right? As well as a purchase contract. Now, I'm going to touch a little bit more on the contract section. There's a dedicated section for contracts where you can basically upload your own documents. You notice here you can pick from template. So we already include a couple contracts for you. Novations, assignment of contract, subject to, hybrid, cash, you name it, right? And then you can basically pick and choose your contract, and then you're going to fill out the information. And then once you fill out the information, you can basically add your recipients, and then you're able to send it off for a signature, all within the same platform. So, going back to the contract section, you're able to basically pick and choose templates. If you want to create your own custom contract, maybe Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, you want to come up with one, you can do that, right? Not a real estate attorney, so I always recommend that you guys, get your own contracts validated, but the ones we have in the template are actually great contracts. Now, if you go to the upload PDF section, if you want to just upload your own contract, you can do that very, very easily. Another thing that makes, PropQuest stand out from all the other platforms is that we have a dialer, right? So notice right here, you're able to, make some phone calls. So you can make phone calls, you can call any number, you're able to record your phone calls, transcribe, and it also has AI coaching as well. Now, if you guys want to see this in real time, or if you guys want to try this out for yourself, make sure you sign up for PropQuest.ai, links down in the bio below. Now, another awesome thing that PropQuest does is you're actually able to send SMS text messages to sellers, and you're able to do what's called automated campaigns. Let's say you're working on a pre-foreclosure list, right? And you want to start targeting that list with some ringless voicemail campaigns, followed up by SMS campaigns, and maybe those that don't answer, you want to double down, by sending a text message, or maybe having the AI call for you. That's something that you can actually do all within PropQuest. So you notice here you have the SMS section and you have the voicemails as well. Here's you have the automated section where you're basically able to create automations, that type of stuff. And then here we have the community tab. In the community tab is where you're basically able to network with other real estate investors, wholesalers, agents, lenders, brokers, anyone that's looking to basically network, and anyone in the real estate space. You can leave a comment, you can upload a property and get some feedback on it, something that it's not readily available nowadays. So you got to go to LinkedIn or Facebook just to network with other people, and you just have to juggle different tabs. You're able to do all that, all within PropQuest. Another thing that really sets us apart, from all the other platforms, if you go to PropQuest GPT, you can actually just talk to it in plain language and say, hey, pull me a low equity list in Austin, Texas, where the houses are minimum 4 bedrooms, and then create a list and upload it into my CRM. So I'm going to put that on there. Now you're seeing the AI is doing the work. Here's propose some filters for me. Let me move this out the way over here. All right, I'm going to click run it all. Let it do its work. Take a couple seconds. Look, 8,303 properties found. If I want to further refine that list, then I can just click on adjust filters. For the sake of this video, I'm going to click on continue with the first 1,000. So it's going to load up all the properties for me. Just give it a couple seconds, let it do its thing. All right, there you go. We got the little notification. All right, now let's see. Let's open up the pipeline, and you've noticed that it created all the properties that I just pulled, uploaded into the CRM, in just what, like 10 seconds, right? Now, if I want to view my properties in detail or the table view, I can just click, on the table view. If I go back to the list section over here, then I can see, the different lists. So here this is a list that I just pulled right here. In Austin, Texas, notice we have 973 properties. Now, who is this actually built for? This is built for beginners on the free tier, running everything from a phone, no laptop, no 400 monthly stack. You can do everything from an iPhone, from an Android. It's very seamlessly, right? Now, if you're a solo wholesaler who's doing maybe 1 to 3 deals a month, right, and you need to organize your pipeline without 10 subscriptions or hiring all these different VAs, then this is just for you. Now, if you're an experienced operator running full pipelines and you want your team on one platform as well, we also have enterprise accounts, and you're able to add other users to your workspace so that you can collaborate, on your list, on your CRM, and all that type of stuff. You're able to have an organization account as well, right? Me personally, from when I first started, I was using Google Sheets for my CRM. Then I moved over to Podio. Then I tried Go High Level. It's $97 a month. And while it is great, it takes a long time having to get used to it. And then if the website's ever down, it's useless, right? And it's not that great on mobile. If you're not that tech savvy or you're just getting started into the space, all these tools can be very confusing, having to pay different memberships. Some offer free trials, others don't. Next thing you know, you forget that you're even using these tools and you're being charged $200-$300 when you look at your bank account. So if you're someone who's looking to condense, all your current softwares into one to help you be more efficient in your wholesale business, in your real estate business, you need to sign up for PropQuest. The link's going to be down below. So the best CRM for real estate wholesalers in 2026 isn't a CRM. It's a workspace where your CRM is connected to your skip tracing, your dialer, your contracts, your marketplace, and your network. That's what I built PropQuest to be. Not because the other tools are bad, they're not. They're just isolated, and isolation is what's costing you deals and money every month. You keep paying $400 to $700 a month for 5 logins that don't talk to each other, or you can sign up free at PropQuest.ai. Get on one platform and see what it feels like when the tools actually share data. No credit card, full access to the network and the marketplace on the free tier. Works from your phone. Links in the description. If this reframed how you think about your stack, hit subscribe. I post real estate workflow breakdowns every week. No fluff, no motivational bullshit, just the actual work. I'll see you in the next one.